Searching podcasts for Dave, and one more time.
It's come to our attention in recent times that words apparently don't mean what we were always told they meant. Take, for example, the word recession. We were always taught that a recession was 2 consecutive quarters of negative growth in the GDP. Now, we are told that means that things are actually pretty friggin' great. So, in the spirit of words now losing their meaning, here are the 2 most handsome, talented, successful, but most of all, humble nuclear scientist astronaut cowboys to ever host a podcast. This is Dave and Juan.
Oh my gosh. And 3.
Number 2.
And 1.
Woo!
There you go.
I pegged the mic on that one.
Yeah, probably did as well. I'm trying to get all the volumes right. So in case it cuts out, we've got thunderstorms around here. So it might be a short podcast, but okay. Right from the start, of course, as always, in advance, America.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Hi, everybody. How are you? I'm Dave.
I'm Juan.
And this is Dave and Juan.
More time.
There you go. Thank you kindly. Yeah, man. Busy week, busy weekend ahead.
Mm-hmm. What you got on your shirt?
Oh, okay. Let's jump at that. Those of you that are just robbing yourself. I don't know why. They get a lot of people that do it. Actually, they just listen to the audio.
Yeah.
You're missing all the eye candy. You're missing all the eye candy.
Right.
Here.
And with that in mind, we're going to follow the leadership or the example of our vice president. Whether you're here or not, just so you know, I am a white man. My hair is skin color. And I'm wearing a gray shirt.
Oh, man. I am a multicultural man of international intrigue.
Right.
I guess my hair is dark. It's not dyed, by the way. It's the one thing on me. We talked about that before. I don't know. I'm in my mid 50s and I'm getting some grays every now and then, but, I am wearing a man bruh t-shirt. So
did you make that?
Actually, my sister Ann, or as my wife says, we always say my sister Ann. I don't know why we mispronounce her name. It's hard to mispronounce ANN, but Ann. Yeah. So yeah, as an early, she's always cool. She gives me a bunch of different, she gets shirts made, various things. And it came in a pack. There's some other ones coming down the line, but of course, here's what's funny. And I like it. Good, nice shirt, good quality shirt. But whoever she had it were printed, it's slightly crooked.
Oh,
right. So because my wife looked at it in the back.
Maybe it works.
Some bunch of drunk somewhere. Man, how many? Oh, hang on. Man, I'm gonna make this shirt. So it's not that my chest is not crooked, but
I can see it's a little.
And you can tell, you can tell, man. We don't skip chest day around here, buddy. I tell you that right there. That's right. It's chest day. So yeah, maybe of course my younger son saw it and said, "What's mass, bruh? Yeah. Me, that's me. What are you doing, dude? Yeah. Me, that's me." Yeah, but glad you got your pronouns and stuff out of the way. And apparently they do that now. Microsoft did that a while back. It's so.
I thought about changing my pronoun to dumb couillon.
May as well. Bjork.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
My preferred pronouns are Bjork and Kwak. Bjork and Kwak. We're joking about this, and earlier today. So it's a Friday. Not that anybody cares. This is when we're doing this, and I had work to do. I've got some work to do after this, but so I had to record things today, and so I'm sitting here, different, not in this mic. I use this mic and just other things, and professional stuff that you
get paid for.
Right. And it's not, and we told you this before. So they don't hire me because I'm the announcer voice. I'm not the announcer voice. Even back when I was in radio, you're the announcer voice. That's you got that octave, and you've been doing the voiceover stuff for a while, so I can tell when you talk, when you speak typically into the microphone, you have a certain pace, and right, you're conscious of your octave stuff. Like, not me, bro. I catch myself all the time. I'm halfway through it. I'm halfway through a thought. A better thought comes, and I just forget to finish that last one.
Well,
right?
it's a building exercise.
I treat speaking to groups and speaking on these things. It's like a buffet, and I'm eating, and then bro, that's better. You you
pay one price, man.
man,
I can waste that.
You're going down that Golden Corral, thing, and then your plate's filling up, and you're about to put the broccoli or something on there, and you see they got shrimp cocktail. Get out of here. Hang on. That's where I'm going. So I'm doing this recording, and it's a little frustrating to me because it's a recording. When you do stuff like this, man, look, you mess up. You go. Yeah. You go with it. It's like speaking live. Love speaking live because if you mess up, you go, you just get through it. When you're turning in something that's recorded, they expect everything to be properly pronounced with the right inflections,
intonation.
Oh, look at you. The right alliterations. We're not going to go down that path anymore. We butchered alliteration last week. But I find myself, and again, knowing we're going to do this today, I'm doing this, and I find myself wanting to go, man, let me tell you. I'm doing these script reads, and I just find myself wanting to just get flatter. As it go, y'all. Man, y'all still listening to this? I'm 3 minutes into this podcast. How many of y'all still listening?
Yeah, where you at, bro?
Yeah. So there you go.
If all goes well, today was my last day at work because I'm going to win the big Powerball. But this ain't going to be my last podcast.
No, you're just going to maybe get a different, just upgrade the scene,
Right.
You'll be doing it from
mic or something.
Well, you'll be doing it back near the pool at your new mansion, but it's up to like $1 billion something.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to eventually win it, I guess.
That's the other thing. You may have seen this in Raising Cane's, the chicken finger company.
Bought everybody.
Bought 50,000. He's got about 50,000 employees. Bought 50,000 tickets earlier on the first one, and by the time this airs, somebody will probably have won it. And now he's doing another 50,000 for the bigger one. But people are going to hate on that. Why don't you should have just given somebody one person, that would have been better. It's like he needs your advice.
They got people that exist to hate. And you can call them what you want. You call them Karens, but Karens are more complaining. It's just it's
pay your people more.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Well, they're gonna make money on us tonight. I got to go pick up. Saying like this weekend, I got work to do, but I'm also planning on being exhausted because my wife is running a lock-in with a church deal.
Oh wow! All right.
With like
at your house.
No, no, but it's she has like 75, I think, middle schoolers, and that goes up to like 8th grade, I guess.
Yeah.
Overnight.
And you're there?
I don't think so. I'm sort of assistants. I'm the guy that's picking up Cane's, by the way. One of the meals they're serving them, I got to pick up 300 something tenders at Cane's tonight at 11:30 at night. Get that over.
Call
there.
that in advance.
Keep checking. I'm like, please don't, because this last year I did the same thing. I said, okay, I'll do it. And I went to McDonald's. They called McDonald's in advance, got it all lined up. They had, I don't know how many hundred McNuggets going to be ready for me at 11 o'clock. Pull into the drive-up window. They look at me like, what?
Who? McNuggets? 11 o'clock. Why do you want that many?
How many? And then somebody said, oh, yeah.
I saw that note over there.
We got that order. Pull around. We'll put them on. Now, here's what's amazing. It don't take them that long to cook.
No.
A few hundred McNuggets, man. They're not. But yeah, so this year, so we're going to find out if Cane's is any more organized.
Buckle down.
Yeah. But yeah, they got a pretty big night going. They got, they call it a glow night. and
Okay.
borrowed some like black lighting, but like some professional like stage stuff, man. I mean, it ain't like in the day, you know. We didn't do church camps. I don't remember.
No,
Well, it's not a camp. It's an overnight thing, but yeah.
more of an excursion.
Yeah. So I just plan on I'm going to be tired for, I don't want to say for no good reason. It's a good reason, but
It's a great reason.
Great reason, man. I believe.
Oh, I got to go to, I'm thinking about this. I forgot about that. It's volunteer day at my church tomorrow.
There you go.
And they call it, I wasn't planning on volunteering. They call it serve day. And yeah, they got lots of people go out all over the community, and they go to different schools, and they're going to my wife's school. So I think she's making me go do some stuff in her room tomorrow.
That's where you always
Dang,
pretend.
I totally forgot about that, man.
Yeah, I know. Oh, sorry to bring you down like that. I know.
Yeah.
I'm that way. It shouldn't be. It's sort of I should be thinking about this now, because I found out a little while ago that one of the wealthier individuals I've ever met in my life, and also one of the probably most miserable people I've ever met in my life, passed away. So guy finally passed. Oh,
same person.
Oh yeah. And I always, and it's because a buddy of mine texted me to say, hey, you know, so and so finally. And it's one of those things you just, I got so many comments to make. Not gonna do it. You just kind of, but we were kind of joking back and forth about some shared experiences back in the day, and that's what it reminded me of. That you always remember. There's some folks out there, man. No amount of money is gonna make you happy. No amount of money is gonna make you happy or turn you into a nice person, right? You always think that, like, oh man, once you get to a certain point, I mean, once you get to a point where literally 10 generations don't have to work. I mean, beyond that kind of wealth, and still miserable as the day is long. So
I think it just magnifies what's already there.
Yeah. And the other thing, and this is going to tie into the, you know, again, we try to not be political, but we're always going there these days because everything is such
try to be current.
Right. People who lie all the time always think you're lying. That's just how it works. I mean, I literally had that conversation with my son at lunch today. He came back for lunch and we're just telling things. I said, yes, I always remember that. A lot of times people, they just always think you're lying because they're lying. People,
right. Because they know that people lie.
They know that's what they do. That's what they do. Which got me thinking about politics. Because if you ask most folks, okay, rank, who do you trust? Like who nobody trusts politics, right? You just,
oh gosh, no.
Right? Just flat out. Yet they get on TV or on the radio or whatever and say things, you know, authoritatively. I'm going to get that right. Authoritative.
Yeah, right. Dropping big words.
Is it
authoritatively?
You know, we've been doing this forever. I think we might have beat up this word before.
Yeah, we did.
I think one time.
Because you said it that way and I said it this way. I still don't know what's the right way.
I gotta learn to stop using words that I'm not.
Yeah.
It's one of those words, even when you look at it on paper, you're like authoritative. No, I'm adding some stuff in there.
I think it's authoritatively.
You know what? But look, I thought last week you were right on alliteration. So, you know, you just have the ability to say something and make it sound right.
That's right. That's right.
I'm over here like a dumb couillon.
The funny thing is about the alliteration is the thing that got us scale back on Facebook last week was my description of the podcast, which was an actual alliteration.
You know what? That's inside baseball. Nobody understands what you just said. You are absolutely right. We had the dreaded C word, and it's not what used to be the most dreaded. Right. There was a time not long ago when you said the dreaded C word. Everybody's like, oh, you can't say that. No. Now that word is David, you know, right. David.
Used it in a description. Didn't say anything. Just use the single word.
Use that single word in the description, and Facebook throttled back the podcast. You know,
maybe misinformation.
Thank you, Zuck. You got zucked. That's what happened to you, bro. You put COVID in that description, you're gonna get zucked. They get up there authoritatively, And people, what, we supposed to believe them? Like, it's one of these things. It's like, just because you're standing by, I'm to the point now, I don't believe anybody behind the podium. Well, maybe a priest. Okay. I'll give the priest, you got to do that. Anybody behind the podium.
For a gazillion years, we've defined a recession this way. What? That's not a recession.
They're playing videos, and I respect the people that have either the resources or they have just teams doing this stuff, and they're just pulling up videos of these individuals. I saw one this morning, Bill Clinton sitting next to George Bush, and basically saying, well, as we all know, two consecutive quarters of negative GDP growth is a recession. Throughout history, up until this week, that's what it is. And now they're coming out saying, well,
yeah, but it's close. They got all these other factors that matter.
The other favorite word now is transitioning. We're transitioning to
a point of a period of growth.
Well, I mean, it's
called growth in the recession.
Well, and then look, there's just so much coming at you. So right before, and again, this is me. I'm at the buffet. Oh, look, something just caught my eye. I'm heading over to the chocolate fountain right now. So I'm scrolling here, and apparently, we're gonna get into all of it, but apparently, Pelosi is thinking about going to Taiwan. Did you see this?
Yeah, I'm hoping they take care of that issue.
Well, listen,
I'm not talking about the travel issue.
Right. China's not too keen on that. Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Please send out the welcoming committee.
So now it's all back and forth. So look, this a few minutes, and by the time this airs in a few days, I don't know what this is going to be, but this basically came out from it's a China state affiliated media. So it's basically saying if U.S. fighter jets escort Pelosi's plane into Taiwan, it is an invasion. The PLA has the right to forcibly dispel Pelosi's plane and the U.S. fighter jets, including firing warning shots and making tactical movement of obstruction. If ineffective, then shoot them down. Man, dude, does anybody, and look, we're just living our lives. We're just trying to live our lives, right? Cringing when you go, right, these days when you go to the gas pump or when you go to the store. And it's hard to keep up with how many different ways they're trying to end the world. I mean,
yeah, that's a pretty clear one. That's not, hey, we'll retaliate, or they'll be,
they're being specific, like, hey, we're gonna fire warning shots, and then we're gonna scramble your radar. We're gonna right. And oh no, by the way, since we stole all the technology on that plane, we know exactly how it works. I mean, right. And if not,
we may be using some of your own weapons to kill you.
No, at least it's not like the dude and his wife in Ukraine doing Vogue cover shoots in the middle of whatever happened to that. Nobody's talking about this stuff anymore either. We were 3 months, 4 months along the way. We were talking about the flags and what are you doing? And we're going to war. I don't know. And
we're in a war, but everybody needs a break.
Well, seeing this morning, somebody was reporting in Ukraine, right? In I guess it's Kiev or whatever one of the cities in Ukraine. They're still having operas and ballets and people are at the beach. But
let's give them a good target.
Oh no, that's just it. They know that's not happening. It's not right. But you can't say that. Got to do that. A Vogue cover shoot, man. Annie Leibovitz doing a cover shoot in the middle.
Right.
I saw Ben Stiller. What the hell? What Ben Stiller? Do you see Ben Stiller? Like you know I'm talking about the actor Ben Stiller.
Yeah.
He got a visit with what's his face with Zelensky. He like comes in and talks to him and all like all excited to meet him because he's Ben freaking Stiller. I don't know why.
So Zelensky wants to meet him because he's a celebrity,
dude. I don't know. You just right. It's like it's a dramedy. It's a drama and a comedy going on, and you just shaking your head saying, but again, every week we get on here, and I'm more and more passionate about telling people they're all lying. They're all lying.
I guess even the president of Ukraine or whatever his title is can be starstruck. I saw this week, or I read a headline that talking about starstruck. Jason Momoa was okay after a head-on collision with a motorcycle.
A head-on collision.
Yeah, he was driving a vehicle, a car, and a motorcycle ran into him. But we're talking about Jason Momoa being okay. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, but because on a motorcycle, I don't know.
Yeah, it'd be tragic. It'd be tragic to lose such a talent as Jason.
Well,
Momoa.
Again, we've talked about this before. Other than the tattoos, me and Jason Momoa.
That's right. Those of you that are on audio, just imagine Jason Momoa.
It's my doppelganger.
That's right. Ooh, more words there. It's a
multi-syllabic day.
Bruh, we are rolling out the Nickel State education today, man. Flaunting that education. Speaking of Nichols, I was there this week.
How'd that go? Yeah, you were in Thibodaux.
I was in Thibodaux. A couple of things I was thinking of. Houston to Thibodaux is designed to be just a tiring
beat down
drive.
of a drive.
Yeah, it's a beat. That's a good way to say it. It's a beat down of a drive. And it's
now,
not
do you go through Morgan City?
Through
Baton Rouge.
No, I go through Morgan City. I don't, but because you getting out of Houston will take you. That's a crapshoot. It could be quick. Could be. Sometimes you're tired, right? You're tired before you get out of Houston, right? You're just it takes a while just to break free. Then okay. Then you get those stretches. You get those stretches like before Beaumont, and, Orange and the state line, and like. Just enough, and then what's up with Lafayette? Lafayette, you ain't big enough to have the traffic you have. What? Right. And it's just catching those windows in Lafayette, right? Road construction. I don't know what the story is.
Well, it's that, but then, it's probably backing up from the Chapel Basin because I think they've got the cameras on there now to, slow you down.
Oh yeah, that's true. They're doing
that clocked camera.
Oh, but
dude, I was driving back from work yesterday, and for those of you who don't live in the beautiful city of Baton Rouge, where the murder rate is actually down, according to the police chief, but
you kill enough people, it will go down.
Right, but again, we're not talking about all violently caused, criminally caused death. Just those killings that are classified as the worst type of homicide.
There you go.
So homicides and all that aren't down, but just
that's the world. Yeah, because that's the world we're living in now. It's right. Words don't mean what words used to mean. We're very sophisticated. We have apparently evolved to the point of right. We don't even need words.
No, and if more guys get wounded as opposed to die, that's a good thing for the crime. Police chiefs doing a good job just because the criminals suck aren't good shots. But so I'm driving driving home yesterday, making good time. And then all of a sudden traffic stops. I'm out there on the airline highway around where they're building the Amazon facility. And I sit there and go 3 miles, takes me probably, 45 minutes.
No.
And ahead of me, I can see that a traffic light is flashing red. Can't there be somebody just directing traffic at this thing? It's rush hour traffic. Then I started thinking, I don't know, maybe it's got to be a hassle to get cops out here and everything. And the reason I give the address as the corner of Airline Highway and Goodwood Boulevard, where the traffic light was out, that would also be the address of the city police station. But, I guess nobody was around that could come, handle that situation.
There's a traffic problem. Outside of the
they were out, handling celebrating the decrease in the murder rate.
Saying the decrease in the murder rate in Baton Rouge. They're saying the murder rate has decreased in Baton Rouge. It's like saying the price of gas has come down. Like they're trying to say, hey man, hey Jack, price of gas has fallen 30 days in a row. Yeah, from the sky.
It was on the ground a couple of years ago.
It's still like it's like more than double. So it came down a little, and thanks. Also, again, not to get in the weeds, but sort of what I do sometimes is I was following some stuff. So gas consumption is down 8%.
Go figure.
Past month. Listen, you want to know what? But that's bad, bro. That's bad because it's not, this isn't an econ class, but I can tell you
No.
there's certain things you look at, and when they start happening, you're like, uh-oh, that ain't, there's some stuff you have to step back and say, yeah, that ain't good.
No.
That ain't good. Like, all this is a surprise. That's my other favorite thing.
Well, again, the business,
Surprisingly.
business I work in, we're distributorship for convenience stores. When people stop going to the gas pump or spend all their money at the gas pump and don't go in the stores, well, those store sales go down, and guess who else's sales go down? Ours. So,
Man, we can't be hurting Juan. Come on, bro.
That's right. All right. Well, it doesn't affect me directly.
You're like a government worker.
I'm not on commission or anything.
You just get, but I was thinking about this, and again, while we're dumping on everybody, and I'm going to come back. I'm not specifically picking on any universities, and I'm not, like I said, I don't have any direct ties to Nichols right now. I'm going to have a son going there, and I'll be, figuring out what's going on. But with a lot of these campuses, with all the lockdowns and things that happen, there's a reason that so many of the college campuses, besides the fact a lot of them, not all of them, a lot of them are run by absolute morons. You could treat the quote unquote students who are really your customers like trash, because it doesn't matter. In other words,
they got their money.
They got their money. They're getting paid anyway. They're getting all the, so you could, no. We're just gonna shut those services off. We're just going to, right? Where people running a business, you can do that. It's your business, but then, hey, okay, you're not going to get any income. So, that's but they got more stuff coming, bro. Yeah. Watch Walmart. Watch Walmart. I know Walmart may be a cuss word to some people in retail, but you watch it. They are the canary in the coal mine. And when they report, it tells you what's pretty much happening. And even more than Amazon.
Great reflection. Yeah.
Right. No, even more than Amazon. And when they started reporting a couple of months ago saying, people they're going to more generics. People literally, they were selling less gallons of milk and more half gallons of milk. Tells you. All right. And yeah, they're missing numbers now, because like you said, once you take care of gas, which is everything. And once you take care of food, you ain't got nothing left to,
Mm-hmm.
you ain't buying as many, many t-shirts or whatever.
Right. It's anything that's not considered absolute necessity.
Yep.
Which is what most businesses provide.
Okay. Once again, I'm at the buffet. I left the chocolate pudding, the chocolate fountain, and I saw something caught my eye while I'm talking to Walmart. And I'll give a shout out because I make fun when
Sam's on Wednesdays.
Right. But my son. So my son that I do have some fun with. So we get to Thibodeau, and he try to figure out his bed. I was there to do all kinds of work at the house and yard work and stuff, and trying to see. I know I got poison ivy. That's always
fun. Oh wow.
Yeah,
fun times.
I'm an idiot. I was wearing gloves and I'm a total idiot. I go in knowing, okay, there's probably some ivy around here. So but I've got on gloves and I got on long sleeve shirt. I'm rocking and rolling. Right. And, man, it's hot. Oh, it's hot. I'm drenched. I'm done. It's almost dark. I'm done. Walk over under the carport. I have a beer. I get a beer, taking my gloves off. Yeah. Rolls. Oh, wait, I missed that patch. Now, what do? Do I put the gloves back on?
Yeah,
do I roll the sleeves
just a little bit.
I'm like one of these couillon shoes with the mask on, right? They go like, yeah. I treated dealing with poison ivy like some of these people that believe in masks do there, right? I'm totally protected, except when I'll pull it down to eat, or I gotta wear it between the door and the table, right? I did that thinking I'm just gonna hurry up and just get a few more things. Well, there you go. So it got me. I was getting to the point. So we get to the room. So, okay, what you gonna need in here, man? So, well, probably need a desk, probably need a and again, the world we're living in. I'm in Thibodeau. I'm like, I don't know, where do you get stuff? Thibodeau's not a small place, but it's not exactly
Amazon, bro.
I don't know if there's a well, but I mean, we're there. I'm not even so I'm like, well, let's go see what they got at Walmart.
Walmart.
I've never bought furniture at Walmart in my life.
And they got nice, good stuff like that.
Let me tell you something. So we get there, and but it's all everybody's got inventory problems and stuff. But we get in and go around the back of whatever the home furnishing area of Walmart is. And yeah, it's like, look, there's an office chair, and I get several. Right. Get it. Oh, it's a chest of drawers. All right. Yeah, that's pretty nice. So with a chest of drawer, an end table, a desk, and a chair. All right.
That's all he needs. He got a bed.
You got a bed. But listen, so it all comes flat, right? So it's all in boxes. It's like
you have to put it together.
Ooh, not me. So we get back, and so I told him, I said, here's a trade-off. I'll buy it. I ain't putting it together, dude. And we're leaving in a day and a half, 2 days. You got to get it, To his credit, man, I'd have lost my mind. I would have lost my mind. I walked in a couple of times while he was putting, he put all 4 things together totally by himself. Dude, it's a torture, man. It's like, I honestly think sometimes the people that put the directions or design these things, it's so to me counterintuitive. Like, what? Wait.
Well, you've got 17 screws that are 14 different sizes.
Thank you. That is the thing. And I know there's a reason. I'm sure there's somebody out there that's smarter that's going to say, well, this is why this happens. But exactly.
But just put the same, match them up by the size in the same bag.
Thank you. Right. Or be really clear about certain and whenever you're putting anything together, there's always going to come to stages that, okay, this is important. Like if you don't do this right.
yeah.
There's always
this is a prerequisite.
There's always the little tweaks you can do after, right? But there's certain things that, like, man, if you mess this up, you will be taking this thing apart later. That's what they got to be a little clearer. They got to, like, whoever does the, the printout of this stuff saying, but I think most things now have videos. That's you can YouTube it. You can.
Yeah. And that's
if you can find the right one, if you can find somebody who's good at it, right? Not somebody who's, you're 3 minutes into watching a video realizing, wait, what are you doing? You just taking it out of the package? Is that what this video is? Like, reading, but
Mr. Kitty's back.
I'll see that, man. He's like, what are you guys doing?
There you go. Knocking stuff down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, so it was good.
No, but my son, we talked about earlier, the one that he went to school in Alabama. And so we had to buy stuff and send it there. And I was like but I was surprised when he was able to figure out how to put the stuff together himself, because we bought a desk and I fully expected the first time I went up there to see that thing just all loose and stuff, but no.
Oh, it's good. Every now and then you get like, signs of life. Like, oh, wow, you can do that. You can actually, we put some fans up. My brother-in-law helped me with that because old house wiring. There are people that you just admire people's ability to either be smart enough or brave enough or both to take on things that, electricity scares me. Right. And I've done it.
And the older houses, weren't wired for ceiling fans.
Well, they were wired for, right. So there's no,
there's no separate switch for the fan. It's just got the light.
That's what I asked my brother-in-law, who's again, he can do all this stuff. He's good at it. And I sent him a picture saying, how hard would it be to, they got the single switch on the, how hard would it be to put a double switch area? He's like, well, we'd have to run a wire. I'm like, no, pass.
Yeah. You got to jump a wire to this.
Hard pass. This house, those rooms are going to have the good old chains on the, right. Good old.
Got to get a dimmer switch on the light and a dimmer switch to control the speed of the fan.
But here's where, man, you got to love Cajuns. And it's a shame that, I feel guilty not to know more about this stuff than I do. Cause I know my parents, my dad and my grandfather and came down, your dad, I'm sure, they learned stuff. They knew how to do things cause you had to. So we're up there and brother-in-law's looking at it saying, well, I got the wires, and he goes, hang on, I got 2 wires coming here, 2 white wires that are twisted, and he's doing his head, and I'm thinking, I'm just giving my 2 cents, which is not worth much of what I think's going on. So he just like standing on a ladder calls his friend, right, who apparently does everything, and he's explaining to him what he's looking at, and this guy apparently has wired like 3 houses. It's not what he does. This guy, I think his name's Robert. I give him a shout out, not his last name, but like I think this dude has entirely wired 3 different houses.
Not licensed or anything.
I'll take the Cajun that you can talk to on the
Right.
phone
Right.
and explain what you looking at.
Yeah.
Right. And so, yeah, my brother-in-law's up there talking to him. Oh yeah. And I can see this. Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay. And I'm just like, again, I'm back to my monkey days. I'm just the monkey standing here screwing the, putting the blades together, because I ain't touching that.
Yeah, let me know when you want me to turn the switch on.
And then to be safe, my brother-in-law says, well, tell you what, let me double, I want to make sure, let me go look at the panel. All right. Let me make sure, I'm gonna go to the panel and make sure I can see how this house is wired. I'm like, this ought to be interesting. So we walk over to the panel and I'm thinking, well, how are you going to tell? Because, if you open the panel and you're just going to see all the fuses and stuff. No, dude took the panel
Took
off.
the whole thing off. Yeah.
I'm like, granted, people that do this are like, well, that's no big. I'm like, whoa, like a kid. Does it look good? Yeah.
Because the especially on those older houses, the wire color, I mean, the instructions are based on, it's like, take the blue wire and put it on the blue wire.
There ain't no colors, bro. No,
the red wire. It's like, well, they're all white wires. White wire number 1 or white wire number 2.
Oh man, yeah. So there you go. But got it done, man.
Good.
Got a couple Hunter fans going, like an ice box in them rooms, bro.
Keep the air moving.
Like a freaking ice box, man. Blow that air. Speaking of blow that air, we're about to have the break that you guys don't even see coming.
Oh, I totally forgot about that.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it was just because it's just flowing, man. It's just flowing. So we're just gonna there you go. It's done like that. We're back like it didn't happen.
That, bro. That's right. I changed drinks.
It's like a time warp there.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. So it's good. It's good to be back and getting the youngin geared up to.
So when is he gonna start, or when is school? I don't even know.
I think it's August 15th. I think it's August 15th. So we got some pretty big times here. So
you think I know? It's the first time in a gazillion years I hadn't had a kid in college,
and I'm getting to get it back in. It's weird, man. Well, you got that. Well, you got one a few years away, but yeah. So my thankfully for the money aspect of it, my oldest finished his last class yesterday.
Nice.
He's done. He's passed. He graduates on the 6th. And then off into whatever. Yeah. Looking for that big boy job. We'll see what we do with the singing and stuff. But so that's all good. And then my college guy, banker guy, going back to be a college guy. He takes the next week. So we'll be back in Thibodeau in a couple of weeks.
All right.
Helping get down there. Yeah, it's good. It's good being back. Some things just never change. Really, it's like.
No, I think everybody hangs out like at what used to be the old guy bars downtown is where the college students hang out now.
Well, the old guys died. I'm not making a joke. Sort of is, right? Put it this way: the old guys that were hanging out in college when we were there. Yeah,
they're probably younger than we are now.
I'm pretty sure they're long dead by now. But yeah, I don't even know. I wouldn't know what the quote unquote scene is.
Yeah, I don't know.
Do they? I guess youngins still do go to bars, but it's
different now with the whole
back in the day.
Right. And I mean, the age limit now I think is pretty well enforced, I would think. But
that's true. Oh, dude. Okay. Duh. Hang on. Duh. I was thinking, it was all legal when we were in college.
Yeah. And everything. There was a fraternity at LSU that I read. It's probably before the summer, but this past school year that got suspended for hazing because they made guys do exercise and they were deprived of sleep.
Really? Exercise?
Yeah. I guess they probably made them do like push-ups and stuff or something.
That's okay, but yeah, that wasn't the kind of initiations they had back in the day. They still got some other ones. I just say that last night we're talking. My wife was sharing with one of our nieces. Says one of some of the stuff that still happens, and really, people haven't learned like how many shots will kill you, like how many.
Well, a couple of years ago, I mean, I still think some of the stuff, not the deathly stuff, is funny, but the probably 5 years ago, we knew a girl who was in a sorority at LSU, and they had like a frat party exchange, I think for Halloween, and they made the pledges dress up as certain things. Like one guy was had to be a wallflower, and they taped him to the wall.
Yeah.
One guy was a doormat, and he had to lay across the doorway so everybody could step on him. And I thought that was freaking hilarious.
Well, that is. I mean, I there's a difference between fun, even if it's like humiliating kind of fun. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah,
right,
don't be,
right.
don't
That's
be
all right.
No, what I say I draw the line is when you are being made to drink.
Right. Do things that can harm
do
you or
things
someone
that
else.
please. It's just yeah. And this is not being a great parent. Let me say that from the start. I'm not, this is not. I'm not claiming that at all. But it's weird the conversations you have with your children as they get older, and you have the age where they're not yet legal, but it's likely, okay, alcohol, whatever, and then now they're legal, so you can't, okay, but it's like, bruh, do beers? A beer's okay.
Yeah.
No funnel. I'm
do not shotgun a beer.
Yeah, well, exactly. I'm just saying.
That's a nice shirt you got on there, and it's gonna get all over.
Use some common sense, man. Don't take shots at don't do shots of anything. That stuff does not. It just hits you too hard. And I'm not a doctor, although I play one all the time. And just trying to just talk sense of no, don't overwhelm your system, right? Don't overwhelm your system. And don't get me wrong, you can mess yourself up. You can absolutely drink too much beer. You can. It gets a lot easier when there's a freaking funnel involved or
yeah.
any kind of all right. So kids, moderation. That's all we're saying.
Right. And if you make that mistake to not be moderate, then don't make a bigger mistake.
Yeah. And that's when you use all the parenting skills. Here's what happens. You get out of control, and then all your common sense goes away.
Right.
That's when the real problems happen. Stuff that you would never have done. Right.
Stick $10 in your back pocket so you got enough to Uber home.
Hypocrites, man. I still remember when you called me up at my trailer. I mean, you would have been a detective trying to hunt down that bottle of Jaeger you had.
Oh, I remember that. That was after those radio station parties.
I remember that too. I was thinking I didn't drink that nonsense. I thought it was nasty, but I knew it was expensive. And
the fact that I was hunting it down probably meant I had drank a lot of it.
I don't even remember.
But I shouldn't have been hunting anything down.
I do remember thinking, it wasn't like I stole it. It was just everybody bailed out. I'm like, dang, they got a dang near full bottle of Jaeger right here. And back in the days, that's expensive stuff. I'm like, well,
probably like $8.
I don't know what it was. I'm just going to bring it back to the trailer and add it to the bar, which was none. That would have been the bar. Like if you walked into my, what do you got to drink? Well, I got beer and 3/4 of a bottle of Jaeger with the grass stains on it, I think.
Yeah, I wouldn't drink that to save my life.
You were looking for it hard in the day, man. You were like, yeah, I got it. Yeah, Juan, I got it. Come on by, brother. Come on by. But all good. All good. You're talking about frats, and at least they keep you. They let you know when somebody has a birthday. Right?
Oh gosh, mine and my fraternity was kicked off. It was like in the waning days of its life when I was there. So
the waning days.
The
death throes of what frat was it?
Pike.
And okay.
I think I probably liked one or two of the girls that were hanging around, so I joined more so I could go to the parties and stuff than anything. But so a lot of the guys who were there before, they have like 2 or 3 get-togethers a year. They all go to like Pensacola and stuff, and somehow or another I got like on the email list.
There you go, bro.
And that's you just want to. Can you say without looking like a total jerk? Would you mind removing me from this list? Because I check my email. If I see the little red dot on my phone that I've got, email in my inbox. I'm going to check it.
Mm-hmm.
So you can go, it's put the phone down and have a conversation with somebody for 10 minutes and come back and you got 20 unopened emails. What's going on? What's blowing up? Happy birthday, brother Bob.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I'm not wishing Bob anything. I'm not wishing bad on Bob, but like you don't have you don't have to include me on the happy birthday to a guy that I don't know. Right.
Or just, you know what? Include me on the initial one. And then you just send yours to Bob. Don't reply all.
How about you and Bob work that out? How about you and Bob come to an arrangement on how you're going to communicate well wishes once a year that I don't have to be. Yeah, well,
it's just to the point. How much is too much?
Well, I messed up yesterday, I guess it was, or day before. So one of our best friends, she had a birthday, and Facebook in the morning, and it pops up, and I mean, I knew my wife had well told me before, be sure, it's her birthday.
I saw you posted a picture of her.
I didn't want to, man. I messed up because on the phone, it's usually, it shows up and you click. And then, it's like, hey, wish him a happy birthday. So typically it's just right in there and you just type in happy birthday, whoever it is, and send, and it just goes to them.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I wasn't paying attention. I went, oh, okay. Because apparently we were really good friends because she's in pictures, family stuff. So next thing you know, I have a post of now the funny thing is, and I even texted her later, said, hey, sorry about the accidental post, but enjoy the well wishes from people you have no idea.
Right. That's the
funny one. The people that have no idea who the person
all
is.
your friends.
Yeah. Oh, happy birthday. It's like, well,
yeah. So last week was my wife's birthday. And so she's the kind, she's downstairs, so she might not hear me.
She did it all. Anytime the sentence starts with, she's the kind, it's going to good places.
She does her own thing because we went to dinner on Friday night. Her birthday was on Saturday, so she does a post that says celebrating my birthday.
Yeah.
Which then means everybody, including you, comments on it. You got to. So I'm tagged in it, which means I get every notification.
I'm sorry,
man. Is for that.
You fishing. I'm sorry. You can pretend you're not, but you are, and then you got to play that game of. I feel bad if I don't. That's another thing too. Do you ever get that where, you have friends on Facebook and it's a relative term. You got a handful of people that you got some you kind of keep up with. And you just have folks that somehow we interacted I just said whatever. You play that game like, okay, do I know them well enough to actually type in happy birthday? And it's not that I don't wish people.
Right. The only time I'm real conscious about it is when my birthday is close.
Oh,
Well,
my wife says next week and mine's the week after. So we got some birthdays coming up. So look, I'm going to hit Joey up and say, hey,
right.
So on her actual birthday, it's the day before my birthday. I can't wait. I'm going to be in Thibodeau for my birthday, I think.
All right. Maybe we'll come down.
Blow it out, bro.
So on her actual birthday, I said, well, I don't need to post anything. You already posted. Oh, you can still post. So I'm looking for something, and I said, well, I got to find a picture that I look good in too.
Well, that's not hard. That's not hard.
So then people thought it was our wedding anniversary because the picture, the closest, the recent one that I found that looked good was when we got married.
I did notice that. I did notice. I'm not gonna lie to you. I did see that picture and I went, man, Juan's going back a ways there, man. That's
right. That's like that one in the Rick Springfield picture.
All right, you're guilty as charged, man. Yeah, we can't make fun. I jotted this down. It's funny. You're thinking about how you look at your email when it comes in. I'm the same way because, hey, it's important stuff. I got work. I get
right. Especially you work for yourself.
And I try and my oldest son, same way, dude. He checks email, man. You send that cat an email, he's on it. My furniture putting together, toilet handle fixing, going back to college guy, great dude, super smart. Email apparently is not his thing.
No, man, you want to get and text him.
And and even then he'll miss it. Like, even then he's like, it's, and I 1,000 times we've had this aggravated. It's not really a conversation because the conversation's basically going one way where I'm like, how can you have the phone in your hand? How can you be glued to that phone 24/7 and not just swipe over and see, right? And I try to explain to them, they're like, man, look, all the important stuff, your job, your school, your bank, your bills, they're all coming to email. That is, you can pretend that that's where it's at. I ain't coming to text. Your boss, your company is not texting you. University is not texting you. All right.
Yeah.
So
the last thing I told my son this morning, when he was leaving to go out of town, I said, last thing you do before you get on that plane is check your email.
That's right.
First thing you do when you get off that plane is check your email. Because
there are things that aren't, you can handle if you catch them early, that if you don't, right? So part of that is, and the other thing too, is trying to get, and we're old guys. We use computers. I got a computer here. I got my phone with me all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even like sending email or responding to email on my phone. I really don't. I'm still to that point. I like the screen and I can think and I can type. Okay. But I will, if I have to, if I'm traveling, I'm stuck. So I'm thinking, okay, he will not do that. Everything's on his phone. He applies for jobs on his phone. Everything's on the phone. So I'm like, well, let me see. I know, you got the Gmail app right there. I can see it, it's got a number. Tells you how many unopened email you have. You know how many unopened email he had? 6,400. 6,400 and change.
Right. And when you got like that, do you notice if
you don't notice
6,472
you don't notice
to 6,473?
You don't notice. No, you don't notice. And so I'm telling him, well, and then you had to go online to figure out how do you even mark everything as read. And there's a way to do it. There's a Gmail. You can, and you finally got that down. So he gets it down to 0. Great. But 3 days later, bro, what's that number? No, it's not much. What's that number? About 100.
It's all relative.
100. And first of all, I'm like, dude, I work. I actually have things going on. I don't think I'm getting 30 something email averaging a day.
Well, does he subscribe to things, or are these actual communications that?
Man, at this point, I don't even want to know. He
might just need a new email address.
The coaching, I said, dude, just start hitting, do not mail or spam or just.
Yeah, if you miss everything, there's probably something important in there.
Old man advice. Kids, if you miss everything, there was probably something important in there. Oh, what I'm big on is in my head, I'm thinking, okay, you sent something in, blah, blah, blah. I bet you that. And I'm pretty good at doing this. I'm pretty good at saying, who you sent that to? They responded within 2 days. No, I didn't get anything. You think so? Okay, not tell you how many times open their phone. Let's scroll. What's that? Oh. I don't know. I didn't see it. Gee, you got lost somewhere in the 6,400 unopened email. You think?
See, I'm bad. Like if we get stuff from my daughter's school, I'm 99.9% sure my wife got it too. But I don't want to take this. No, I don't read it. I'll forward it to her if I think it's really important, because I'm not reading it either way.
Well, I guilty as charged. Anything with school, even for the most part, anything to billing, because I'm not real good at that. I should be better than I am. I'm not real organized on
Mr. Finance guy.
Not what I do, bro. It's not what I do. But I can, but I don't. And my wife, in most houses, maybe not yours, but I mean, this is something research shows and things we've talked about before. But in most households, dual head of household families in America, the female is basically the chief financial officer of the house. It just is. To this, we talk about roles, and I know everybody's equal, but when you break down who is doing what in houses, more often than not, the female is, she's the organizer. She's got right. Make sure this is paid. Make sure this is paid. The guy might be working, may or may not be working, but just that's, everybody's got their role. So
yeah, something's in my name and I get an email about it. I say, hey, don't forget to pay this. So you got that, or whatever reason, I check the mail.
And I try to be real good. Yeah, I'm real. Yeah,
I'll go through the mail and say, you need this bill? Not together. Right?
I'm the male guy. That's right. Again, I'm not stereotypical or not. I'm the male guy. If I go away for several days, you know what I know is going to be here when I get back? A mailbox full of mail, because nobody in this house apparently knows. Here's the key. You go down the street.
Yeah.
Number 5. That's us. Yeah.
Yeah. Elijah was waiting on something yesterday, and he texted me when I was on my way back from work. He said, "Hey, can you go check the mail when you get home?" And I thought, the key's like downstairs. If you're waiting on something, feel free to walk over there and get it.
How important is it, son?
Yeah.
It's right. It's right there. But yeah, there you go. Now, let's see, how many problems have we solved today, man? We're kind of winding. We're kind of winding down. Let's see here. Let's see, got that. Believe it or not, America, we do figure out, okay, what can we do to help the people? We didn't talk about this. We're not gonna. Just checking this here. They say that Russia right now is making about $900 million a day just on oil, just on the sales. Remember how that was gonna work out?
Yeah.
Break them. Gonna break them. They got more money.
1980 call. They want their problems back.
I think Walmart might be expanding into Russia now. They got the one economy. They got the one economy that's apparently blowing up. And then you got now that they're talking about like Germany and all over Europe. They are sweating. That's an ironic way to say it, this winter, because
heating oil.
Yeah, Russia's like, you know what?
Yeah,
we got to do some maintenance on that pipeline.
Yeah, we got enough cash to sustain us through the winter.
We're gonna take that flow down about 80% heading into winter. Good luck, y'all. Oh, the sun ain't shining. Oh, that solar's not working for you.
No,
y'all blow real hard. Y'all blow. Everybody get outside and blow on those things. But again, guys, when we get elected, we got to move, because
solve it all.
Yeah, if we follow my rule that you got to quit by the time you're 65, we got to get that done. 65.
Well,
I did read
I'll be a volunteer in your campaign, because
man, look, I read
I'll be aged out.
I read a good line, and again, it's a meme, or not maybe a meme. It's a funny line, and listen, there are lots of folks. There are lots of folks in their 70s and 80s and beyond who are still very, very, very sharp. My mom's as sharp as my mom is super sharp, right? I mean, she's there. But a lot of folks, when they get into their 70s and 80s, they slow down a bit, not just physically, but you're tired. You did a lot. You just enjoy life, right? And I think I was reading saying most companies and stuff, there's a reason, like CEOs of these major companies and stuff like that. There's a reason that the board of directors,
right?
Not if you own it. If you own a company, you can do it what you want. But even if you're good, like even if you're like fantastic at what you do, they tend to get to an age where they say, "Hey, you know what? We got to move you." They're like Bill Belichick with a football player. Bill Belichick will rather get rid of you a year too early than a year too late. Right. Okay. So that's how a lot of companies are with, they pay you a ton of money. You did a great job, but you got to go, because you're at that age where, you might not. And the point was, we all know that, yet the U.S. government is entirely run by upper 70 and 80-year-olds. Entirely. Like everybody calling the shots.
I did hear the other day, though, that Mick Jagger is 78, which I think is around the same age as our president. So.
Mick Jagger.
Yeah.
Is 78? Yeah. I thought, here's what's sad. I thought he was older. He looked, and Keith Richards is what?
Keith Richards, 112, I think.
Him and Willie. It's a race. Him and Willie ought to just go on tour together. Now, I think Willie might be slowing down. I don't think he knows it. I think Willie's
yeah, he looks more like a grandma than anything now.
Yeah, they all do. That's what happens, man. No, you live long enough, and you don't cut your hair, because we keep going back to that. Yeah. What do guys do? Guys stay with the last haircut of their best.
Yeah, not all of us, bro.
Not all. Not by choice. Not by choice. All right. You know what?
We're done.
Yeah, I got actual work to do. Hey, but there it is.
You got a sleepover to prepare for.
I know, man. I got to help that stuff out. So let's push the button. See if any of this stuff stuck to tape or wherever.
Enjoy the buffet.
Man, Golden Corral sits back and says, "Bruh, I'm envious. That's
You'd like,
a buffet.
man, and right down the street from me, there is a Golden Corral, but they're building a firing range and gun dealer right next to it. So you would enjoy that.
That you talk about know your clientele. You talk about know firing range, gun dealer, Golden Corral. I bet you that's going to be a low crime Golden Corral. Ain't no lie. Ain't no lie. There's certain restaurants you walk into, you figure, oh, you know, some people are packing in this place. Not just their clothes. They're packing. Yeah. Anyway, we were leaving. I think we were leaving anyway.
We were.
But there you go, guys. Hey, if you want to reach out to us anytime you want, it's Dave and Juan at protonmail.com. And man, we're there. We're
everywhere.
Yeah.
Where finer podcast can be heard.
Everywhere. Just click. If you're online or just on your phone and you see something that looks interesting, like, what the heck is that? They got podcasts?
It's probably else.
They got podcasts there? Click. Look at that. There's Dave and Juan waving at us. There you go. bringing the buffet. So there you go. So as we get out of here, again, I tried to do it this week. You know, I had a great week, even with Poison Ivy. It's mental.
See? Because you know the rules.
I know the rules, guys. I know the rules. You know what? It's not a suggestion, not a hint. We're not subtly implying that you have a great week. It's a freaking
mandate, dude.
Mandate that you get out there and attempt to have the greatest week of your life. And you know the best way to have the greatest week of your life? Have the greatest day.
The greatest day?
We spoke over each other on that, of course.
Yeah. So you go.
That's okay. It happens. We're not in the same room. You know, that's the thing. When you're in the same room, you can sort of see, it's professionalism, guys. That's what this is. This is a year and a half. It's about a year and a half of working this out.
Dude, that's good stuff.
Almost got it. But anyway, so yeah, best way to have the best week of your life is have the best day of your life.
And then tomorrow have a better one.
And look, it's simple. We got to write a book.
Bruh.
There you go. What's the name of the title? What's the name of the book? Hey,
bruh.
New York Times, best-selling authors, Dave and Juan. Me, bruh. Have a good day. Have the best day. Do all that. All right. I think we're done. We've been done for a while.
We're done, man.
Mr. Kid is still around. He's gone.
He's sitting in the stairs right over there.
All right. Hey, buddy. Have a fantastic one. Love you, bro.
Back at you.
It's apparently my phone is set that if I get a text while I'm wearing that, it reads it to me.
Yeah, because the AirPod. Yeah, there's something in the settings.
So I mean, like 6 o'clock this morning. I'm thankfully I'm sleeping, and you know, text message from whatever, and it goes on to read it. I'm like, okay, it's not your fault, but what are you doing texting me at 6 o'clock in the dang morning, man? But,
well, I got a friend who's retired who will text sometimes like at 4 a.m. And it's like, yeah, I don't know what's more surprising, that you're up at 4 a.m. or that you think I am.